So second is gems and jewelry. Third is chemical and related products. These are our exports. Chemical and related products means lubricant, etc., not petroleum. Out of the total petroleum consumption, only 29% of the petroleum we produce our indigenous sources. Like Bombay High or the Northeast or the Ankleshwar oil field or the Gujarat field, basin field, only 29, sometimes 27. Rest of the 72% we use to import. So basically our import of petroleum is very high. So fourth is mineral fuels and lubricants. Mineral fuel and lubricants we are exporting. Apart from that, fifth product is ready-made garments. India is the prominent exporter of ready-made garments. You must be knowing Tirupur, Surat, Dhule, Malegaon, Nasik, Kanpur, Dhariwal, Panipat, Bhilwara, Kota, these are the cities known for cotton products and their ready-made garments. The next is the leather product. Since India is having the largest livestock population in the world, so obviously livestock सबसे ज़्यादा है दुनिया में, so will be having the maximum leather export. But most of the leather we use to export, we export the raw leather without unprocessed leather. China is the largest processed leather exporting country. They import leather from India, raw leather, process it, और जो आप बेल्ट खरीदते हैं, आप वॉलेट खरीदते हैं, कुछ भी खरीदते हैं लेदर का प्रोडक्ट, बैग खरीदते हैं, मेड इन चाइना. बट ऐसा होगा कहीं गाय तो कहीं इंडिया की ही होगी, भैंस इंडिया की ही होगी जिसकी स्किन को एक्सपोर्ट किया है. So basically we are using it. So this leather products are the important export of the country. Apart from leather, we have the iron ore. We are the prominent iron ore exporting country. I told you we developed 4 ports only to export the iron ore. Paradeep, Visakhapatnam, Mangalore and Goa, Marmagaon. 4 ports were developed only to export the iron ore. India is having the leading largest reserves of magnetite and hematite, good quality of ore content reserves. So we are exporting iron ore. Then the handicrafts, our handicrafts, forest-based handicraft, bamboo-based handicrafts, wooden handicrafts, cotton-based handicrafts, stone handicrafts of different products. We are having a large population base based on the traditional skill, and we are using the benefit of it. Then apart from that, India is the largest exporter of tea also in the world. Tea and mica. India is also having the monopoly in the export of mica. Tea and mica. Then coffee. India is the prominent producer and exporter of coffee after Brazil and Malaysia. So coffee. Apart from that, rice. We are exporting our basmati rice, basically from Punjab, Haryana and western UP. The good quality of rice we use to export to Arab countries basically, and European and America. Apart from that, we have the spices, pepper, chili, cardamom, so many other spices. India is known for that. Kerala, Northeast, Tripura, Sikkim, they are known for basically variety of spices products and the fish products, fish preparations, byproducts of the fish and its related byproducts. We are the important exporter of these products. Apart from that, we are also the important exporter also. These are the export items. There are so many other items are also there. Wheat, food grains we are also exporting, but they are in little quantity. Different metals, minerals we are exporting. Still, these are the major aspects. 8 or 10 list of the items I gave. Now you just list the important major imports of the country. Maximum import in the country is basically that is petroleum and related products, petroleum products. Second is we are importing pearls and precious stones. I said gems and jewelry we are the important exporter. कहाँ से एक्सपोर्टर हुए? इम्पोर्टर भी है हम. We import the raw precious stones and pearls, we polish it, give a shape and export it. Then another is non-ferrous metals, non-ferric metals like manganese and other non-ferric metals. Then non-electrical machinery which is non-electrical, and after that edible oil. India is the largest, one of the leading country with agricultural products, but still we are importing the edible oil. We are also importing the pulses. Indian farmers are not changing because these two crops are prone to pest and insect and get destroyed. So Indian farmers are basically growing conventional crops which could resist the climatic conditions of the country. So edible oil, palm oil और क्या क्या आजकल तो olive oil, जैतून का तेल मंगाते हैं. So all the advertisements of all the TV and everywhere it is full of oil. ये heart के लिए अच्छा है. But all these are the best oil which is best for human consumption is the mustard oil. सरसों का तेल दुनिया में सबसे बढ़िया. But we are but that is prone to climatic conditions. Out of the 10 chemicals, only one chemical is harmful to man in mustard oil. 9 chemicals, compounds in the mustard oil are useful, most useful for human consumption. So, but औरों में 4 से 5 compound harmful होते हैं. So that's why mustard is. Apart from that, we are also importing chemical and dyeing material. All your paint and dyeing material and the chemicals, variety of chemicals we are importing for different chemical industries. Then we are the exporter of iron ore, but we are the prominent importer of the iron and steel. We are importing steel. We are exporting iron ore to Japan and importing steel from Japan. See, it is the magic. Japan, we are importing steel from China, from Japan, from Russia, from Brazil, from Australia also. And apart from that, transport equipments, we are importing the machines and transport related equipment, caterpillars, machines. But in transport sector, in last 20 years, the introduction of many FDI transport companies, automobile manufacturing industries came to India. Whether it is Toyota or Caterpillar or Volvo or General Motors or Hyundai or Ford, all the big transport companies, they developed the automobile industry in India. So this import we have reduced in the current past, but still foreign direct investment supported India's trade increase. Apart from that, we developed this SEZ, Special Economic Zones. Special Economic Zones are developed just for export, to promote the export products for export in the country, to earn the foreign currency. If they are used in the country, they will be sold at the rate of the international market. So we will earn the foreign currency. So we have developed so many special economic zones. So they have the high standard of technology, huge financial investment, research is there, development is there, and international competition is there. So special economic zones supported, increased our trade products. Further, we have the electric goods, electronic items, all your mobiles, phones and they all are imported, electronic items, TV. I can recall in 1984 I purchased a color TV of 29,000 Videocon, 21 inch, diagonally 120 inch, 21 inch, 29 inch, 21 inch long, diagonally. 21 inch long Videocon TV 1984 I purchased at the rate of 29,000. 21 inch ka TV, Videocon, color. Today if you go to the market and you take the same product, you can get in 2,000 rupees. आज वही product 2,000 में होगा. It is the magic of foreign direct investment and the cheap products. Technology is there available. That time we had no technology. आप कोई भी मोबाइल शुरू में नया खरीदते हैं 10,000 रुपये का, 2 साल के बाद वही मोबाइल 4,000 रुपये का. So first time whosoever produced their technology, they charge the higher products. So electronic items and the Another important product we use to import is the plastic products. So plastic products are the other important products we are importing from the European countries and the Arab countries. India's products are, Africa is one of the largest market for India apart from European countries. But we import from European Union. Now in the global trade pattern, after the GATT, after the removal of GATT and the open agreement, what is the name of the agreement? It's that is scrap. That is scrap. After that, the agreement, whatever. That is scrap. That is no more prevailing. World Trade Organization (WTO). We have the trade sectors, trade groups. They are importing the products. European Union countries, they make one currency, one trade conditions, one visa, one condition, just to protect their trade item. North America makes NAFTA, North American Trade Treaty. India is also trying to make a SAFTA. So for the all countries make, oil producing countries make OPEC. So basically these are the factors to promote the trade of their region. So India is importing basically from US, Russia and European Union, China and Japan, and exporting to Arab countries, exporting to Africa and European Union. European Union and Africa are the two markets for the country. So this is basically the trade of the country. Our geographical conditions are supporting our trade, but human resource is not developed. That is the only stumbling block. Technological restraints are there, and the finance is one of the stumbling block in increasing the trade, exporting the increasing the export of the country. One more stumbling block in trade is we are the largest importer of the arms and ammunition for our defense purposes. That is no more productive. Whatever we import, suppose you are getting education, parents are investing, government is investing on you, you are developing your personality and your capability and your versatile conditions. Means your capabilities are multiplying. But when we are importing items for the defense purposes, they are not multiplying. Whatever we import, either we use it or they will not multiply. So they will not increase. That is, so our long continental boundary, disputed boundary is another important hazard creating for the imbalance in the export and import of the country. So that's all. Thank you very much. So this is